I could never stop. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 229 of the Shower Podcast, the podcast where I'm in my shower and you do you. I'm your host, Chip, and I would like today to challenge your favorite hobbies. The things that you do on a daily basis, and if somebody asks you, would you be able to stay a day without them? You would never say yes. Actually, I believe it might be wrong, and I'm here to discuss it with you because some recent experience led me to that direction, and I would like to share it with you. Before we start, as usual, if you end up liking this episode, leaving a like and subscribing really mean a lot. They're just one click, but they really make the difference for me. Thank you very much. So, before we start, today's episode is going to be pretty fast. I think that I will be able to share the point quite fast, but let's see where this episode leads us. It's something that I haven't really realized, let's say recently. It always has crossed my mind, but the first time that I have a platform to discuss it, and today I got reminded of it. So I started analyzing what my regular day looks on a regular week. So no events, no special occasions, just me working from home and doing my things. In this situation, one of the activities that takes most of my time in the morning, during lunch break, after work, is mainly binge watching YouTube and overall streams online. It's something that I enjoy, and overall, I don't feel it's something that I would stay without. And the same, when I was a kid, I would have said about video games. I cannot stay one day without playing this, without playing that. And indeed, if you were to analyze from outside my day-to-day activities, and if you had to just assume and predict what was my favorite activity, I would have definitely said that, because again, it completed the majority of my time. But there is a trick. Because if you had asked me, actually, what was your favorite activity, I would have not pointed to those things, even though, indeed, they occupy the majority of my time. And I'd like to focus here with this term, the fact that it occupies your time. And I'd like to make you reflect also on your personal hobbies and activities, because I believe there is a misunderstanding, both coming from the outside, but again, it might be also something for you, where you wrongly, let's say, attach the quantity that you spend in a certain activity with the amount of enjoyment you get out of it. The problem, in one sense, and the beauty in another, with the activities that I just described to you that I used to use and that I still use on a daily basis, so playing video games, watching videos, and overall enjoying content that tends to be pretty rich in the amount of things that you can do and you can search, gives me the leverage to actually occupy as much time as I need. Do I have half an hour? I can watch a half an hour video. Do I have 2 hours? Well, I can watch a live stream of 2 hours. Do I have a full evening? Well, I can binge watch a certain amount of episodes from a series that I was following. Whatever the result is and whatever the activity, I will always be able to find something that matches and completely covers the amount of time that I described to you. On the other hand, some other activities that are very specific in time and require a more restricted, let's say, overall time to be executed. So maybe having lunch outside, going for a hike, playing any kind of sports, going to the gym. So activities that require you to make an effort, that require you to prepare, beforehand. So overall planned activities tend to be overlooked and overall, let's say, put in a priority list much lower compared to the ones that occupy your time, as I just said, because, well, you just do them once in a while. It's something that doesn't happen so often, so it must not be your favorite thing to do, because otherwise you would just do it, right? Well, wrong, because the critical part of these activities and the thing that I mentioned was that they need to be prepared or they required effort from your side. All the other ones are just there. Any moment that you want, you can just pick them up and go with them. And that's the beauty and, let's say, the problem of these activities, is that they're just there waiting for you at any moment, at any time. And what we should do and what we should realize is that we should be careful of the mapping that we do in our head with the two kind of activities, because even though one is always there, available, and it's able to occupy any amount of time that we give it, we should always remember that these activities should be placed lower compared to the ones that require effort, require planning, because those, by definition, since they are more unique and they require more from us, like physically, mentally, they should be placed in a higher position in our tier list, because otherwise we risk of, let's say, demonizing them, because you can start coming up with millions of reasons. I'm tired today, I don't want to go out, my social battery is low, why would I make that effort? Let me just resort to all the other things that I just have there and will always be able to fulfill me in some sort of way. So next time you're trying to decide what to do with your evening, next time somebody asks you, what's your favorite activity? Don't just go by quantity, go by quality. Think of the last activity that really made you happy. And again, don't demonize the other things that you might do. If your favorite activity was a video that you watch, if your favorite activity were to be a video game that you just played, or anything that it's, let's say, by definition available, go with it. There's nothing wrong with them. The problem is when any kind of interaction with these medias becomes your favorite, because in that instance and in that moment, you are actually tricking yourself into liking them a bit more than you actually do. Why? Because they're always there. But the fact that they are always there should not give them so much power in your head. Having said that, that was all for today. Thank you very much for listening. Again, I thought it would have been shorter, but let's say the conversation got more interesting. I hope you enjoyed it too. And if you liked, and let me know in the comments, what is your favorite activity and what is the hobby that you believe you could never stop doing. For me, it's for sure any kind of racket sports, paddle, tennis, name it, ping pong. Just give me a racket and any kind of, let's say, sport that involves those, and I will be happy and entertained for years. Thank you very much for listening. As always, if you ended up liking this episode, remember that liking and subscribing really mean a lot. And until the next one, as usual, stay consistent, stay resilient. This was the Shower Podcast, and see you tomorrow.